This is my Sheffield United versus Hull City combined 11. So before every match day I do a combined 11 between the Blades and the opposition. Tomorrow we take on Hull City at Bramall Lane, so let's get straight into it. In net it's an easy choice, of course it's Panda of Hull City. There's no real competition between him and Adam Davies. He's a much better keeper, he's been solid for Hull this season, one of the best keepers in the league. So I think it's a pretty self-explanatory choice. At right back I'm going to put Femi Siriki in. I don't mind that Cody Drama or Louis Coyle, but I think Siriki's a better right back. I mean he's been so impressive in the league this season, I think he's quite underrated to be honest. And he definitely deserves his flowers in this combined 11. For the two centre-backs are both Hull City, of course, John Egan and Charlie Hughes. To be fair, I think all three could have definitely got in, of course, Samir Jay as well. I can't put a centre-back in when our defence has been so poor recently. I don't think Bindon or maybe even Tanganga's far off, but I think on forward it's Egan and Hughes. For John Egan, a mammoth performance against Coventry, of course, the former Blade, I love him to bits. And Charlie Hughes, of course, we know about his talents, he's been quality this season. For left-back, I'm going to put Louis Coyle in here. Of course, I didn't put him in at right-back, he's going in left-back instead of Burrows. He's a solid player, Louis Coyle, I think he goes on the radar quite a bit as well. Of course, a club captain for Hull, he's been there a few years now, born and bred. And I think with Burrows' form at the moment, I think it's an easy choice. For my two centre midfielders, one from each team, I'm going for Sidney Peck and Matt Crooks. Starting off with Matt Crooks, of course he plays a bit more further forward when he actually plays for Hull. But to be fair, in this team he's the only place that he fits, but I think he's going in the team. And of course Sidney Peck alongside him for United, he's been brilliant recently. Of course nominated for Championship Young Player of the Season, tagged with Premier League interest. So I think that midfield two is about right. On the right, I'm going for Joe Gelhardt. Of course most of the time he's like that second striker, the number 10 position. But he has played right wing this season, so I'm not shoehorning him in. But he's enjoying a really fruitful loan spell at Hull City, of course 13 goals, 4 assists. And he's probably one of the big reasons they're in the playoff spots right now. In the 10, of course, it's Callum Ware. He's a quality player this season, of course, goes on the radar at times with the work he does on and off the ball. I mean, he's so energetic, he covers every single blade of grass most games. And although he's not looked too live the last few games, of course, the season as a whole has been brilliant. On the left is Gus Harmer. Of course, he's been fantastic this season, 3 goals and 11 assists. I mean, it's one of them, yes, he does go missing in games, but when he's on it, he's really on it. And I think if we do get rid of him next year, we'll miss him more than we think. Because, of course, he brings you that killer pass. Sometimes he tries it too often, but when it works, it really works. And at times, he's just one of the players that can create something from nothing. And up front, who else is it going to be but Ollie McBurner? He's one of the most informed strikers in the Championship, of course 13 goals, 7 assists, which puts him joint second for goals and assists combined, which is fantastic. I mean, of course, he smashed it for Hull this season. I wish he'd come back to Blades instead, because of course we weren't linked with him last summer, but of course he chose Hull because we have Ruben Sellers probably. And I mean, after a disappointing year in Las Palmas last year, he's been a revelation for Hull City. And I'd say he's probably the biggest reason they're in the playoffs as it stands. But he should have come back to United regardless. And there we go, guys, that's my combined 11. Let me know what you think in the comments.